All right, one chapter of Bible. We're on chapter 33. Right? No, 34. Yeah, we're up to chapter 34. We are schmoving along. We are schmoving along. All right. Keep up the good work, Dong P. Bongwater. Your videos are awesome. Oh, do the Kim James version. All right. How do I change this to King James version? That's what people are saying. Kim James version, America edition, or just Kim James. What's the difference? What's the difference between King James version and King James version, American edition? All right, we'll just do the original. All right. We're on the King James version. Do you want to read Old English? I mean, I don't mind. I could read. Wait, you think I'm like one of those people that went to like one of these public schools like in the last 20 years where you don't learn how to read? Please. Please. King James version is whitewashed? Dude, I have no idea, bro. I'm doing my best here. Just do standard. I use ESV. All right, guys. We'll alternate as we go. All right. Guys, we're on Genesis chapter 34. We are doing it in the King James version. We've been doing it in the other version, but people in my chat asked me to switch around. So we'll switch around. We'll see what we got. All right, so we're in the King James version right now. I've only read this in Hebrew. I've never read the English, so I'm excited to see what we got. All right. Jacob's children. All right, this is going to be a pretty dark chapter. This is a pretty dark chapter in the Bible. Jacob, also known as Israel, is one of my favorite figures in the Bible, in human history, actually. And he suffered so much. This man went through so much. Just when you thought he finally survived a confrontation with his brother who tried to kill him so many times, he wrestled with an angel. His brother tried to kill him. He had to flee his land. His father-in-law tricked him into marrying the wrong woman. He ended up working for him for 21 years. Like, dude, that's unbelievable. Now, the crazy part is, it gets so much worse. It gets so much worse. And this man never lost faith. Jacob's children, and Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. He raped her. He literally raped her. He kidnapped Jacob's daughter, Dinah, and raped her. Which is like, I mean, obviously it was unbelievably horrible for Dinah, but one of the worst things that could happen to a father, for sure. Anyway, it gets worse. His soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. All right, so I see why the King James Version is a little more, I guess it sounds more biblical, right? It's more Old English, better English. And he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. All right, so what do you think Jacob does? What do you think Jacob does about this? Well, you know, Jacob, he's like, we have to find out some sort of way. We have to do something nice. We have to figure this out. Yeah, the Torah says rape bad, and the Quran says rape good. Something like that. We're not talking about the Quran. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. He was like, all right, we need to get the boys together. We finna slide on my ops, all right? And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went unto Jacob to commune with him. He went to talk to him. And the sons of Jacob came out in the field when they heard it. And the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, for he had wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not be done. They were not happy, all right? So bro came after raping his daughter and was like, yo, I'd like to actually keep your daughter. Jacob was not very happy with this. And Hamor communed. By the way, Hamor is Hebrew for donkey, and it was also the name of this guy, which is pretty awesome. Communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give her you give him to wife. Uh-oh. So this guy basically says, yeah, so my son raped your daughter, and we're keeping her. Can you please, like, let us have that work? And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. He's like, yo, let's be besties. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give accordance as ye shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. Bro's like, yo, I'm gonna give you all sorts of cool stuff, all right? Just let's make sure that we get to keep this lady. I would like to keep her forever. The sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor, his father, deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister. They were like not so happy because, they raped their sister. And they said unto them, we cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one who is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this we will consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you will be circumcised, then we will give our daughters unto you. We will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and you will become one people. He's like, yo, if you guys, get circumcisions, convert to the faith of the one true God, and whatever it was called in those days, these guys, then maybe we can work something out. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem's Hamor's son. The young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of the city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, these men are peaceable with us. Thanks to the 5 subs, Koji. Therefore, let them dwell in the land and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters for us as wives, and let us give them our daughters. Let's actually be besties with them. All right. Oh boy. Only herein will the men consent unto us for the to dwell with us, to be one people. If every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised, shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of there be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. All right. This is getting hairy. This is getting exciting. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of the city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of the city. All right, so notice, they immediately decided they are going to circumcise every single guy in the city. Oh boy, oh my, I wonder if this goes well. Wonder how this goes. And it came to pass on the 3rd day, when they were sore. Dude, this is the most diabolical, like the Geneva Convention. Like, if it was written, they could base it on this story. This is incredible. All right, so, and it came to pass on the 3rd day when they were sore. Remember, it was on Abraham's 3rd day after his circumcision that the angels came to visit him. But anyway, so 3rd day, they were all sore. The entire city. All right, they're all sore. They're in bed. They circumcised themselves. No anesthesia. They were adults. They were having a rough time. The 2 sons of Jacob, Simon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took each man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. Oh my God! This is how you play the game! Oh my God! So basically, let's get the story straight. They kidnap their sister, they rape her, then they say we would like to keep her. And he was like, you know what? If you all circumcise yourselves, maybe we could actually unite. And they were like, okay. Oh, okay. So they all circumcised themselves. They're all literally in bed crippled after circumcising themselves. In come Simon and Levi and obliterate the entire city, slaying every male for kidnapping and raping their sister. This might be the most Sigma grind set move of all time. And it was very diabolical. And their dad, Jacob, gets very mad at them for doing this because, like, That's pretty brutal, but that's what they did. And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword. They took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out. The sons of Jacob, 2 people, 2 guys, bro. Oh my God. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city. All right, they took everything because they had defiled their sister. It's like, listen, defiled their sister. We will kill all of you and take all your stuff. Oh my God. They took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, that's donkeys, and that which was in the city and that which was in the field, and all their wealth and all their little ones, all their wives they took captive and spoiled, even as it was in the house. So Jacob said to Simon and Levi, "Ye have troubled me to make meats to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house." And they said, "Should he deal with our sister as with a harlot?" Oh my God. So Jacob was like, yo, you guys were incredibly brutal. Like, that was really, really brutal of you guys. And their response to their father was, "So were we supposed to let them treat our sister like a whore?" And that's the end of the chapter. A harlot's a whore. Yeah. Oh my God. What a beast of a chapter. Beast of a chapter. So anyway, for those of you that are unaware, Jacob actually punishes Simon and Levi for this. He actually goes down the line when he decides which one of his sons will be the one that the kings will come from, right? He ends up picking Judah, his 4th son, instead of Reuben, because Reuben had his own beef, separate thing. And he skips over Simon, his 2nd son, and Levi, his 3rd son, because of this story. Levi ended up becoming the forefather of all the priests, like Moses and Aaron. They all came from Levi, and then he went all the way to Judah to be kingship, because this was not a very kingly thing to do. Not very kingly, even though it was absolutely diabolical. So yeah. Anyway, I love this chapter. This chapter is incredible. It's like, it's just so good. Bro. It was brotherly but not kingly? Yeah. So that's that. And I think that, Jacob, dude, this guy suffered. He suffered so much. And the next chapter, spoilers, is the story of Joseph, which is more suffering for Jacob. Messiah comes from the house of Benjamin. Messiah comes from the house of Judah. Because King David is a descendant of Judah. And Messiah comes from King David. Sheesh. Look at that. Bro, dude, this story's wild. It's like, bro, why would you do this? Why would you destroy all of them? Everyone's going to be upset at me and stuff. Should he deal with our sister as with a harlot? Oh my God. Anyway, that was awesome. I think I'm going to go back to the original version. What was the version though? Like, what did I do last time? New England version. All right, we're up to chapter 35 for tomorrow. All right. All Jews are Judean? No. New International Version. No, you are wrong. The reason why Jews are called Jews from Judah is because the kingdom of Israel was called the kingdom of Judea. So the Jews were from the kingdom of Judea, but it's coming from any of the children of Israel. Anyway.